Yes! Guys, Yooka-Laylee. Okay, those of you who don't know, or maybe have been living under a rock the last little bit, there's a studio right here. Okay, right there. It's called Playtonic Games. If you don't know who Playtonic Games is, they are made up of ex-Rareware members. Y'all know how much I love Rareware. I can't stop talking about them. I can't shut up about them. They're brilliant. Long story short, a lot of the people who made a lot of your favorite games, Donkey Kong Country, Banjo-Kazooie, Conker's Bad Fur Day, they have come together, and the last couple of years, I think a couple of years ago, they did a Kickstarter for a game called Yooka-Laylee. Oh, look at that. This is great. Well, what a coincidence. Oh, yeah, indeed. So they made a thing for Yooka-Laylee on Kickstarter. The thing blew up, and it's going to be a game in the vein of Banjo-Kazooie, and I am so excited about it. It's unbelievable. Let me ask you this. A lot of you grew up playing these games, okay? Now imagine being told you're gonna get a successor to the game you grew up playing. Your reaction would be like mine right now. I'm not even kidding. It would be like mine. Stop! Anyway, April 11th, 2017 is when that game comes out. You can do pre-orders right now on Steam, PS4, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch. It's coming for the Switch! Like it's coming for the Switch. Nintendo and developers, like, we're getting a Banjo-Kazooie-ish game on the Nintendo Switch. Man, like, leave it to someone not named Rareware to have a Rareware-ish game on the Nintendo Switch. Man, I'm honestly so excited about this. I'm gonna buy it on my PS4 and I'm gonna buy it on the Switch when it comes out. I will spend double the money to get physical copies of both because that is how excited I am for the game. Okay, let's take a minute for some real talk. Okay, so a lot of you know me, a lot of you know my favorite game is Banjo-Kazooie, okay? And when they did the announcement for the Banjo-Kazooie game back in like 2008 that eventually turned into Nuts and Bolts, they did that little mini teaser kind of trailer-ish. I was so excited, man. I was off my rocker with excitement and hype, man. I was so stoked, and then I think I moved back up to Lindsay to go to high school, and I didn't really have much access to the computer at the time, which is why, you know, it's kind of cool that I'm getting into making videos like more now. And last I heard about it, it was called Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts, and the game just came out. And then I was like, man, I'm gonna buy this. I'm gonna buy this right now. I want an Xbox 360. I don't want a PS3. Give me a 360 for the new Banjo-Kazooie game. You got me sold. Just take my money. Take all of my money. And then I played it. Yeah, it's something. But you know what? I digress because I've said this before and I'll say this again. If the game didn't have the Banjo-Kazooie name on it, it would be a good game. But because it was such a drastic departure from, you know, what made that series, what made that genre so famous, you know, it was just an instant turnoff to a lot of people, including myself. Fast forward to Yooka-Laylee now, and we're basically getting the game that Banjo-Kazooie 3, Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts, was supposed to be, but we're getting it under a new name, and I guess under a new development company, but not really, you know, in a way, because you still got, you know, Steve and Greg Mails, David Wise, Grant Kirkhope, you got Chris Sutherland, I think is there. You got a lot of people who were there for Rareware, from Rareware to begin with, who are now at Playtonic. So in a way, it's kind of like a huge sports fan here. It's kind of like you took an all-star team and you kind of just plopped them into a new development company because everyone at Rareware back in those days, you're just all all-stars, like straight up. So it's just really fascinating to see something like this come out. My biggest thing though is, will it live up to the hype? You know what? I can be totally biased right here and be like, of course it's gonna live up to the hype. It's Yooka-Laylee. But you know what? You know, as for all the excitement I have for this game, for all the hype that I have for this game, I am going to be judging it so hard. And, you know, you can agree or disagree with me on, you know, like, hey, why don't you just play the game and have fun for what it is? But it's like, you know what? I think we've now grown to like kind of judge and rate games as they come out. You know, we kind of lose that little bit of innocence and the fun of playing video games. But you know what? It's honestly... It's gonna be something, because when the game comes out, it's almost like we have to take off the nostalgia kind of goggles for a second there and kind of just judge it for what it is and what we are being presented in front of us, like the experience we're going to get. Now, if you look at the trailers and you look at the most recent one, which I guess I can just put right here. Hope I don't get a strike. Please don't give me a strike. You can see like the casino thing, which by the way, that is a clever name. You can see the layout. Maybe I can, if I can find a good copy of the music, I'll put it here, but expect something, not the music. But you can see it's very, very much in the style that Banjo-Kazooie and Banjo-Tooie was. And I'm honestly, just from what I've seen in this little video here, I am very, very excited for the final products because I have such high hopes, but again, I'm going to be its worst critic. I'm going to be its biggest critic. I'm going to be looking at every little aspect, the music, the gameplay, the voices, the wackiness, the jokes, the level design, the boss battles, the collectibles, like everything is going to be like under a microscope in my opinion. That may or may not be the best way to look at the game, but you know what? It's almost like I've starved for this for so long. I've wanted this for so long, something in the style of Banjo-Kazooie, that now that I'm getting it, it's just almost just like, man, I hope it's perfect. It's like in high school when you never thought you'd take that girl to the prom. You never thought you would take Brittany to the prom, and all of a sudden you're taking Brittany to the prom, and you're like, what do I do? Like do I do this? Do I, hold her hand? Do I put the corset on? It's just like, it's almost like that situation. You're getting what you've wished for, and now it's almost like you don't exactly quite know how to react. So I'm trying my best to react in the way that I normally would react, and it's just insane right now. But you know what? Long story short, I am very excited for Yooka-Laylee. I will be picking it up day one, most likely for the PS4. If the Switch is out by then, it should be. I don't know if I'll have it yet by then, but probably for the PS4. I'm excited. Are you excited? That is my question. If you're excited, leave me a comment on why you're excited. Leave me your thoughts on the whole Yooka-Laylee thing in itself. I want to hear them, man. I want to have a nice discussion, man. Let's talk about it. Let's get the word going here. Let's get this moving here, because I'm going to need something, to pass the time until April 11th, man. And that is going to be a good day. That is going to be a good day. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Click like or upvote if you liked this video. Subscribe or follow if you really liked it. Tell all your friends, and man, this is going to be great.